I'm Sonali Swami, hashtag bodybuilder, hashtag fit mom, hashtag fit mom of two, but most importantly, hashtag breaking the stereotypes since 2013. It's an undeniable fact that we all have dreams, or a dream. I didn't. And this is my story. मेरी लाइफ की जो बहुत फेवरेट एक लाइफ फिलॉसफी जो अब बन गई है पिछले कुछ सालों से, इट इज़ द रियल ग्रोथ स्टार्ट्स एट द एंड ऑफ योर कंफर्ट जोन, taking on the newer challenges, facing the newer fears, or facing the newer obstacles. And that is exactly what my story is. I come from a defense background. My dad was in the army, so you can understand punctuality, discipline, dedication, ये अंदर कूट के भरा हुआ था. I was born in Udhampur and in JNK, Jammu and Kashmir. He has served there and I love that region. Army life, that means my dad would get posted every 2 years. That means एक नई जगह, एक नई language, एक नया school और नए चेहरे. What it taught me is that I could adapt to any situation thrown at me. That's one thing that I learned, and it has helped me a lot during my journey. I mean, I have to tell you, I'm being very honest, I was never this confident. I was never a confident child. All throughout my schooling days, I was little on the heavier side, wheatish complexion, average student. I had only 2 passions in my school days. One was singing and the other one was dancing. So I was good at that. I did not think I had anything to make it. So all throughout my life, I was not ambitious, never. I was not at all ambitious, not career-minded. All I wanted to be was to become like my mom, a homemaker. That is all that I wanted. I just loved her. I loved her life. I loved what she did for the family. I adore her for that. And I just wanted to be like her. So guess what? What do? I do hotel management. That too in Gwalior. But because we have an institute there, Hotel Management Institute, my parents thought, कि ठीक है, घर पे रहेगी, it'll be easier, comfortable होगा. I sat for the examination, went through the group discussion, everything, got selected, and actually I was lucky enough to get Gwalior Institute. I stayed there, did my hotel management, got a job. Again, I was staying with my parents. It was the most comfortable life I could imagine. Because life में करना क्या है? मुझसे तो क्या होगा? मतलब मैंने तो कुछ सोचा ही नहीं है कि मैं कुछ करने वाली हूँ. Probably I'll finish my, I finished my hotel management. I am working and probably I'll get married. And that's exactly what happened. I got married very young. But you know what? That is the best thing that ever happened in my life. Not getting married young, but finding the right person. It was an arranged marriage, let me tell you. I was little hesitant because I was too young. That's exactly what I felt. I was too young, I was young. But the best thing that have ever happened, because I found the man who has stood by me all these years, who has supported me through thick and thin, who believed in me even when I didn't. I got married, and like how it happens, जो कि बहुत ही normal है, is within a year I had put on 12 kilos of weight because we are super happy. घर में खाना कौन बनाएगा? Let's go and have it outside. Why do we have all these cafes and junk food, fast food restaurants for? I was working with Pizza Hut, and that is where we used to have our meals. Within a year, I had put on 12 kilos, and it hit me. And I was thinking, what is happening? What's going on? What's happening? And that is when like I told you that dancing was my passion, I started learning dancing, and I started learning different forms of dancing. I started with my Latin dancing, and I just loved it. It became my passion. And I went ahead and started learning Kathak. And it just completely changed my life, and I felt like I had found a purpose. Because I loved doing this every single day. It was not a chore. कोई मुझे push नहीं कर रहा था, कोई मुझे force नहीं कर रहा था. I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it every single day, and then later I started giving lessons to the kids in my apartment. And then later the ladies joined, and I became a dance instructor. Time went by. I had my first child, my daughter, in 2004, and later my son. And I was pretty much curious, never stepped inside the gym. Kabhi nahi. We would go to this mall where they had fitness first, and I was always wonder, my husband and I, we would just sit outside and we wonder कि ये treadmill पे लोग बाहर से आके इस treadmill पे क्यों भागते हैं? What do they do? Seriously. So we went inside, curiosity, we went inside and we just, the trainer came and he said, आपका assessment करेंगे हम. Let's just see आपका body fat percentage कितना है. I said, okay. We went through that entire process and he said, ma'am, body percentage is fine. 17% के कुछ है. Why don't you, just join the gym and get yourself more fit? I said, okay, let's see, why not? And that is how I got introduced to the gym life. वहाँ जाके भी मैं क्या करती हूँ? I join the group classes. I go and start with the Zumba, the aerobics and everything. Because I am good at dancing, I love dancing, that is what I want to do. So I go ahead and I start doing attending all these group classes. The instructors notice the potential in me. The management, the manager, they notice the potential in me and they push me and they ask me to go and get yourself certified. You are bloody good. I said, okay, let's do it. So that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and did my Zumba certification and I became a Zumba fitness instructor. And I also went ahead and did my aerobics certification and went and became a aerobics instructor, and I also did Les Mills body pump. Now, Les Mills body pump is all about lifting weights. No bullshit there. There is no cardio happening there. It's all about weights. So that is how I got introduced to weights. Now, weights and women, I hope you understand that. Weights and women, यानी कि दिमाग में जो पहली चीज़ आती है वो है कि लड़की, but Arnold Schwarzenegger. A female Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is how the mentality is, and it's absolutely fine. I got introduced to the weight. I became an instructor. It's a group class. It's a group class. It's not one-on-one. It's a group class. I'm loving it. I love it, and I'm good at it. Now, the thing is, the Fitness First has this thing that you have to go through a weight training session. Is compulsory for all the instructors because you need to understand why weight training is so important. Strength training is so important, especially when you're a woman and you are in your 30s and when you're doing too much of cardio being an instructor. It is important, and I'll tell you why. So we went ahead, I attended that session, and I was completely hooked to it. I mean, boy, I was sore. I was sore that day, and I was screaming and shouting, but I just loved the entire thing. I just loved how I felt, how it made me feel. I felt like I had achieved something. It was so empowering. And I just got hooked to it. I went ahead the next day and I paid for the next 12 sessions, and I hired myself a personal trainer. I started my journey. This was in 2013, mid. By 2000 November, we just found out that, okay, there is this physique competition is happening in India, in Mumbai, for the very first time in 2014 March. And it'll be great if I could, participate just for fun, participate. There is no goal, there is no ambition, there's nothing. It's just that I am working out. People see the change. The people who used to wonder why the hell is she doing it? What's wrong with her? ये हफ्ते में 5 बार जाती है, gym करती है, muscles बना रही है. Why? I mean, do you want to look like a woman? Come on, man, you're married, you're a mom. I mean, you don't have to do all this. हो गया बस, बहुत है, life हो गई है. You take care of your family. The same people were asking me, ma'am, how are you doing it? Can you just help us out? So that was the journey. I went ahead and I competed in that 2014 Fit Factor Body Power India. When I was there the first day, I was a nervous wreck, and you can only imagine. It was petrifying. The thought about standing in front of 10 judges, 5,000 people judging you. I wasn't confident. I'm sure you all understand why I wasn't confident. I wasn't sure if I would be able to carry myself because I'm a mother and I'm 38 and I'm married, and the potential backlash from the community, from the society, from the relatives, everything was going inside my head. Log kya kahenge? Log kya kahenge? Ye dar mere andar tha. So what I did, I opted for skirt, sports bra or shorts. When I went there, I found out I'm competing against the girls half my age. They are in their late teens, early 20s, and I am there 38. Okay, what the hell is going to happen? I was confident about my physique, but I wasn't confident about how people will take it. But the next day, when there was this question-answer session, and one of the judges asked everyone, who do you think is your competitor? Here, everyone took my name. And that was the point. I mean, I knew that I had won. And when they announced the winner, that was it. I said, this is it. This is my calling. This is what I want to do. I had not dreamt about it. But I had developed the passion, the journey, the process. It was so empowering to know that you have the power in your hands. It's all in your hands, that you can mold your body into a physique. That is quite something. It does not happen overnight. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. So I took time, and I knew this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to move ahead in this field. So I took some months, and I went ahead and did Muscle Mania India, which is again an international federation, and they organized their first competition in India in Bangalore in 2014 November, and I went ahead and competed in 2 categories, and I won in both the categories. And that is when later I went ahead and I joined the Indian Bodybuilders Federation, because I wanted to represent my country. I just wanted to feel, you know, when you wear that jersey, Indian jersey, कैसा लगता है वो feeling. जब वो पहनते हैं ना तो आँखों में अपने आप ही आंसू आ जाते हैं, because it's that kind of feeling that you get. So I joined Indian Bodybuilders Federation, and in 2016 it happened. It happened, my hard work paid, and I won the bronze at the Asians Championship at Bhutan, and it was the best, one of the best moments and the most proud moment of my life, because can you imagine a 41-year-old mother of 2 breaking the stereotypes, stepping in a non-traditional area. You know, ये industry जो कहते हैं कि men's industry, it's all, bodybuilding is all about men. I'm stepping there and I'm winning a medal for the country. It was the best feeling, truly, it was the best feeling. And I can only imagine when, you know, I get these messages and mails from females that their family is not supportive, you know, they don't approve of their dreams or their wishes, whatever that they want to do in their lives. I completely understand how, I completely empathize that it's not easy. Each one of us have some goals, some ambitions, and some dreams. But there are few people who unfortunately cannot get to, you know, get them into shape. That's where I would want to, you know, add one thing, that the more women step into these non-traditional areas, the more barriers we can break, the more taboos we can break, you know, the more doors we can open for other women. And that is exactly what I have been doing. After competing and after winning in 2016, my aim, the larger goal hota hai, it is, I'm on social media for a very specific reason. You know, I'm there as an influencer, people see me as a fitness influencer, but my sole aim is to let Indian married women, Indian mothers know that it's important to take care of your health. Not everybody wants to be an athlete, so not everybody has to have six-pack abs, but you have a life. You have a beautiful life, you have beautiful kids, you have a beautiful family. It's important for you to take care of your health. It's important for you to think about your fitness. It's important for you to have your dreams. It's okay. You're not being selfish. And I've always felt that woman is the backbone of the society. I'm sure you'll all agree. Your mom is sick, then the entire house just goes for a toss. And that's my whole thing. You know, the entire last 5 years have been extremely, extremely rewarding. I've got immense, respect. I've got lot back from the industry, and I completely, I'm extremely overwhelmed and thankful. People who have really, supported me during my journey, because जो आपके सामने आज खड़ा है, it's the sum of the efforts of so many people. My parents, my husband, of course, who supported me, the people that I've met along the journey, my coaches, my mentors, my trainers, none of this would have been possible. If my husband would not have said yes for that first thing, I probably would not have taken that step and aap mujhe yahan nahi dekhte, you know. So it's so important. But I would like to say one thing, that nothing started with the dream. I did not have a dream, but I made a goal. Especially when I started my competing journey, I had this goal. That goal, I broke it down into plan. And that plan, I broke it down into mini steps. But those mini steps, you have to put them into action. And when you put them into action, you need solid work ethic, no matter where you are, no matter in which industry you are. You need to have that solid work ethic. It's important. When I look back, I feel that, how did I accomplish all of this in such a short span? वो ऐसी क्या चीज़ थी जो मैं इतने सालों तक नहीं कर पाई, but in such a short span, I was able to achieve all of this. It was the work ethic. And more than that, who doesn't want to win? Yes, when I competed, I always wanted to win, like any other athlete. I always wanted to win. But more than that, I just loved the entire process. I loved the entire process of transforming my body. That hard, intense training, it isn't easy. That hard dieting, having that chicken and fish and broccoli every single day, 4 to 5 meals a day is not a joke, let me tell you, it's not. So I loved that entire process. That is what I want to tell you. Rather than thinking about the dream, think and enjoy. Enjoy the process, because you may have a dream. When you embark on that journey, if the work, if the process, if that journey does not excite you, if that does not ignite the passion in you, you will hate every single day. You will hate every single day, and accomplishing your dreams will diminish. It'll diminish. But if you start anything in your life without a dream, but you develop the passion, like how I did, you will actually be living a dream. I have been living a dream I never had. Having a dream is not as important as enjoying the process, the journey, enjoying what you do every single day. Then that will actually become like your dream come true. Thank you so much.